Hello and welcome to a new Google Sheets and Google Apps script project in Practical Sheets. Today we're going to start a mail merge system. Mail merge refers to sending multiple emails based on a template. This template may vary and it could be a simple text message, and then we can make it a bit more complex with an HTML template or a template Google Doc file that then can be turned into a PDF. Let's say that the important thing at the beginning is that we can send with just one button or with just one code, we can send an email to our multiple contacts. And for each contact, we're going to send it to a different email, and then we can customize it maybe with some variables like their name or the address, the file, and a lot of other things. But as always here, we start at the beginning with the simplest case, and then we start adding layers to it. So the first thing we're going to do is to send an email. We're going to send an email to this person, and then we're going to see how we loop it to send emails to all these emails. So let's begin. We're going to go to Tools and Script Editor. We'll name this function send email. The first thing we're going to do is send an email. We can send an email with two different methods, with two different services. With mailapp.sendEmail or with Gmail app send email. The difference between these two methods is that Gmail app accesses your Gmail account. That means that with this service you can look for your drafts, look for your emails in Gmail, for your tags, and all of that. In addition, you can send an email from your account. With MailApp, you just can send email, no more. Actually, there's one additional method that's very useful that only MailApp has it. That is the quota. When you have a free Gmail account, you have a quota of, I think it's 100 emails per day. If it's corporate or education account, then I think you have 1,000 or 1,500 emails per day, something like that. But both services should work. I have heard of people that Gmail app doesn't work, but Mail does, or the other way around. So it's good to know both. Both accept options. Actually, with MailApp, you can send an email just with options. But for now, let's go with MailApp, see how it goes. Send email has a lot of variations. The most used one has 3 arguments. First is the recipient's email, then is the subject line, and then the message. We're going to create 3 variables. So that's it. We don't need anything more to send a simple email. Just the send email method and at least these 3 arguments. So let's save it and run it. As always, it's going to ask us the first time for some permissions. We should click here in Advanced, then go to our project and allow. So let's go to a Gmail, to the sent folder, and see if it did send. Here it is, to my sender, my subject, and my message. Okay? So now that we have an effective mail sent, now we can change these variables so that they come from here. It may be at the beginning. Let's go for this first row, step by step. We just need the email by now. We could do this multiple ways. First, we're going to connect to our worksheet via the spreadsheet app service and with the method getActiveSpreadsheet. Then we're going to connect to our spreadsheet. We only have one spreadsheet right now, so in this worksheet, we're going to select our active sheet. And lastly, our email will be in our spreadsheet. We're going to access a specific cell. This will be, right now, it's C2. And very important to access the value inside that cell with get value. Let's give it a test run. Why I'm asked permissions again? Because now I'm accessing Google Sheets. First, I was asking permissions for my email. Now I'm asking permissions for Google Sheets. So each time I have a new service, I will be asked permissions again. Just the first time. Let's see here. So now it's the same email, but my email comes from here and not from a text like I had it before. So the first thing I'm going to change is that here I'm not going to say C2, but I'm going to use a different notation that receives first the row number and then the column number. So here the row number will be 2 and the column number will be 3. It's the same as saying C2. Why I'm doing it this way? This row has to be dynamic. So for now, I'm going to have a variable called active row, and it's going to be 2 for now. Again, it is good to be constantly testing your script to see that everything's doing fine. Again, it's sending the email I want. Now I'm going to change this active row. Why? Because I want it to send from the current row. If I'm in this row, I want to send it to this email. If it's in this row, I want to send it to this email. There are a couple of methods that give us the active location or the active range. We have active cell, current cell, active range. Any of those will work for this situation. So let's have this active cell, and it will be SS get current cell. There's another way of doing this with an E letter here, and then we're going to install this as an installable trigger, but we can look at it in another video. Once I have the active cell, I can change this to with active cell and the method get row. So this will give me the row of the active cell. Well, actually, I don't need the exact cell, but just the row where the user is. So let's say we go here and let's run it. So it should send to Carol. So here it is, it sent it to Carol. Why is this important? Now we're going to do 2 steps. We're going to remove these variables and put it away from our function as global variables for now. We are going to have this function have an argument called active row, which I use here, so there's no problem. And then we're going to have another function that is our mail merge function, or our multiple emails sent, however you want to call it. It's not a problem. So here we're going to loop through all of our data and call this send email function for each of our rows. So this is just a for loop. We can name a variable called row, and it will start in the row number 2, because it's this one. Again, as all we have done in this video, there are multiple ways of doing it. We're going to start with the easier one, and then we can get more complex. The row will go right now till the row number 4. So let's say row less or equal than 4, and we're going to add 1 each time our loop runs. So the only thing we're going to do is to call this function send email with our row. So first it will call it with 2, then with 3, and then with 4. Let's give it some format. We can comment this active row, I don't need it right now, and this active cell, I don't need it right now. We could leave both functions with, and I could add these two rows in another function, because sometimes it would be useful to have, apart from the mail merge, the option to send an email just to this person. So right now we're going to focus on the mail merge, but then it's very easy to add the individual mail send function because we already have everything. I think that's it. Let's save and run our mail merge. See? So here it is. It sent 3 emails. The first one to Guzman, the second one to Carol, and the third one to Mark. Okay? So it's working. And it's a relatively easy function. We can also make it more simple even, and remove the brackets. But it will be good to have them because I know we're going to need more commands under this for loop. So we're going to leave the other function I just told you about. Let's say function mail to current row, and we need these two, and then this one. So now what we're going to do is to create a menu where we can access both functions, mail merge and mail to current row. There's 2 ways to do this. The classic way is with a non-open function. Here we will connect to the user interface, spreadsheet app.getUI, and then we're going to create a menu. Under this UI, here we have a couple of options. Let's go to create menu and create our menu with the name send emails. Then under our menu, we can add some items. We're going to add 2 items. The first one is going to be run mail merge, let's call it. The first argument is the name that's going to appear under the menu, and then it's the function itself. We just copy it here without the parentheses and in quotations. Then another add item. Now our command is going to be called send email to current row. And again, under quotation marks, we're going to include this other function. Lastly, to our menu, we're going to call this add to UI method so it renders it to the menu. Let's format, let's save. We're going to run our unopen function. So here I can see that next time I open my file, I'm going to see the send emails. So if I give it send emails to current row, I should send to Mark. Here it is, to Mark. And if I run the mail merge, it should send it to our 3 contacts. Here I have it, Guzman, Mark, and Carol. There are a lot of other things we can do. We can customize our emails with the name. We could check once it's sent, put a date of last sent, for example. We could use some templates so that we don't have this very simple email. We could customize this email so that we don't have this so simple email. We could customize our subject, our email. We could even have HTML templates, but this will be for a second video. You can see it's very simple to do a mail merge, and then we can complicate it a bit and add more and more things so that it's more complete. One thing I'm missing that I do want to finish with is that here I have it to 4, but what happens if there's not 4 but 5 or 6 or 7 or 8? So I have to leave this dynamic. So this won't be 4, but we're going to call a method that's called last row, SS, that is our current spreadsheet. Get last row, it will return this last row, number 4. So I don't need anything more. This should work just fine. Let's give it one more run. And it works, it sends the 3 emails. I'll give it a bit of zoom out so you can see the 3 functions we did. I can remove these 2 so you can check that your code is correct. So thank you so much. Please let me know if you like this project and how can we advance it. You can access the template and the code in the Patreon page, not just for this video, but for all of my videos. And if you like this, you can subscribe. It helps a lot. Thank you so much.